Yo, what is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is a Philly Talk podcast live stream. Try to do one yesterday. Like I said in the video I dropped early this morning, I pretty much talked about, are the Eagles going to come out the bye week doing the same stuff, or are we going to make the adjustments? And there's two people that got to make the adjustments the most. That's Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz. Let's be honest. But like I said in my video earlier, try to go live yesterday and it didn't work. YouTube kind of shut down right when I was trying to go live. What is going on, everybody in the chat? Sexy Vegan, Let's Go Birds, Toxic, who won the first $25 gift card and or cash app contest. It was what was going to be the Dallas versus Eagles score. Toxic predicted 24-10 and the score was 23-9. So pretty much dead on. Stay tuned. If it's not going to be tomorrow, either Friday or Saturday, I will be dropping a video, Eagles and Giants preview. I wasn't going to do it because I think we're going to have a collab with some Eagle content creators tomorrow. Don't want to say all who might be on the show or whose show it might be on. We're discussing it, but I will be dropping a Giants versus Eagles preview. You predict the score. The closest person will get a $25 gift card and or cash app. What's going on, everybody, though? Nate, Gary in the building. Big Play Slay, Steve, Infamous, Jamal Cook, Bruce Johnson, Kobe Bryant 24. Shout out to you, my guy. Hold My Nuggets TV. Back to being a channel member. Appreciate you, my guy. Big Play Slay. This week, I'm going to say 26-22. Hey, keep that energy. Make sure you comment it on my video. I'm either going to drop it tomorrow or Saturday. And hey, get yourself a $25 gift card. You know what I'm saying? Or Cash App. It is what it is. Let's talk, though. Let's talk. It's been a while since I went live. The last time I think I went live was the Dallas versus Giants play-by-play. For those who come through and check out my play-by-play, shout out to you. Some people got other content creators they got to go check out, and some people want to watch the game without hearing somebody rambling on. So I ain't mad at the game, but actually, the last time you heard from me when it came to a live stream was when we Battlebirds podcast did a post game, which was a post game that we weren't excited about, but at least it was a W. So what's going on, Nina in the building? Nate Satisfield, Kevin Corin in the building. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Yeah, man, let's talk, though. It's been a long 2 weeks. I feel like I haven't watched the Eagles play in forever, and some stuff has happened. Again, we're coming off a legit 2-game winning streak. A 2-game winning streak, but it doesn't feel like it. Beat the Giants, beat the Cowboys, but again, Giants played us really tough. Let's be honest. Ingram catches that ball. We're not feeling that good. And let's be honest, the Dallas Cowboys 23-9. A touchdown of that, 7 points of that was scored by our defense. So the offense hasn't looked right. And that's why one of the things that Doug Peterson keeps saying, is that the Philadelphia Eagles in this bye week watched more tape, did some self-scouting. So if I'm Doug Peterson and I'm looking how I did the first 8 games, I'm saying, what? Situational football's been bad. Don't punt the ball. He punted a ball against Cincinnati. A lot of questionable things against the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of different areas he was questionable in. And the one thing that has to stick in his mind is, I haven't been running the ball. So I hope Doug self-scouts that. And if I'm Carson Wentz, I made some nice throws. I made some bad throws. But the biggest thing that he has to self-scout, look at himself in the mirror about, is his decision-making. Stop trying to play hero ball and take what's in front of you. And listen, we get the Carson Wentz that comes out and says, I got to be better. I will be better every week. But there was something about this last press conference with Carson Wentz. He kind of said, like, bro, I really got to stop turning this ball over. So maybe something transpires with that. Maybe something transpires with that. You see how slender Alshon is? Hey, yeah, that definitely could be something. Hi, Doug. You're my coach, Super Bowl champ. What's going on? What's going on? Doug in the building already? It's like, oh, yeah, there you go. Doug Peterson in the building. I knew he would come around after that press conference. And I don't know where you guys fall on the press conference. I forgot to look at my community post. I had it up there. Do you think Doug took a shot at Carson? Do you think Doug did nothing wrong? And or do you think Doug just can't do press conferences? They were the things that we had to pick from. I'm not sure where it's at, to be honest, at this point. But I wanted to talk about Alshon real quick. Shout out to somebody, and my phone's about to die, so maybe I won't be able to tell you guys. But shout out to someone who sent me this on Twitter. I gotta see his name too. And again, I'm not saying Alshon's going to be a huge difference maker because again, TF13 has been balling, and I do not want his snaps to be touched at all. I don't want his snaps to be touched at all. But what's going on, Sean? The last 11 games that Carson Wentz played with Alshon Jeffrey. Let's see. Here we go. The last 11 games they played together full. Now, again, he didn't get all the targets, but this is Carson Wentz's numbers and Alshon Jeffrey's numbers. Carson Wentz, 66% completion rate, average 240 yards per game, 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and I can't tell you the rest because my phone died. But Alshon Jeffrey's stats weren't great. I think it was 55 catches, 605 yards, and 5 or 6 touchdowns. But what it does is it changes the way the defense plays us. Now, here's the thing. Alshon Jeffrey's an old man who's coming off a Liz Frank and a calf. I don't know what kind of coverage he's going to see. Will the number one corner leave TF13 to play Alshon? I don't know. And here's the other thing. Think about this. Alshon could be a shell of himself. Maybe, maybe not. We're about to see in a couple days. But if the number one corner stays with TF13, if Bradbury stays with TF13, and Alshon is 80% of what he used to be, he could beat the number 2 corner. So it's going to be interesting to see how we use him. And I want to use him mainly in tight packages and in the red zone. TF13, Alshon Jeffrey, Jalen Reagor in the slot, Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders. That's a great red zone lineup where we struggled against the Giants. Let's get to some of these comments. It's sad when the minis put up a fight, but the Dallas trash cans didn't. Miles just balls out first half and Doug stopped using them. Hey, yeah, it's going to be good to see that we got our guy Miles Sanders back. That's for sure. Let Jalen Hurts get some snaps, please. Interesting. So, Philly Mike, let's go ahead and turn this entire season around. It's now or never, because at the end of the day, you had your bye week. You were able to self-scout, analyze what's going on. If you can't correct it, now it's going to be tough. Alshon is 190 pounds roughly now. Crazy. He might even run faster. This is the best shape Alshon's been in his career, he said. Yeah, but that foot, who knows how it's going to hold up. Rest in peace, Philly Mike's phone. You already know. It is what it is. It's all good at the end of the day. Fulgham and Reagor will have great games. I like that. We wanted Doug to hold Carson accountable, and that interview was a shot by Doug, or he's really slow. That's what I'm saying, though. Listen, I was going to do a whole video about it, but a lot of people talked about it, and I see both sides. At the end of the day, if you're going to take a shot, you got to take a different shot, I think. He very well could be this dumb. I've seen him have horrible press conferences. Now, that's not saying he's a good coach or a bad coach, because you can just be not that great at talking to the media. I mean, he says, he says that a lot. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the fact that all you had to do was say this. I respect Brett Favre's decision. I respect Brett Favre's opinion, but it's not my opinion. You know what I mean? And again, Our beat writers, instead of talking about how we are going to beat the Giants, they're asking these dumb questions because it doesn't matter what the answer is. He's not coming back to Philly. It's over with. We need to know if Carson's going to be the guy or not be the guy. But right now, he's the guy. He's the guy. So it doesn't matter what Nick Foles does. And by any means, go look at Nick Foles' stats. He's not playing good at all. At all. They got 5 wins. Foles got 2 of them. I think they're 2-4 with Foles. 3 wins were from Trubisky. And if Trubisky's shoulder's better, he might get benched for Trubisky. All I want to say is this. Even if you don't believe it, Doug, lie. Because at the end of the day, we're going to figure out what Carson is made of the rest of this year. We're going to figure out a lot of people's future in these next couple games. Howie, maybe Jim Schwartz, maybe Carson Wentz, maybe Doug Peterson. I'm not sure who's on the hot seat exactly, but there is going to be some stuff that got to be done. Players, the roster, everything has to be looked at if you're Jeff Lurie. But again, listen, anybody who's my friend, anybody who knows me, at the end of the day, Brett Favre and Doug Peterson's our friend, right? They must have talked. Maybe Doug Peterson kind of hinted something to him. I don't know. I don't want to get all this conspiracy theory stuff going on, but I will say this. Brett Favre says that they should have kept Nick Foles. All Doug had to do say is, I respect his opinion. And that's true. We're saying you respect someone's opinion does not mean you agree with them. But knowing how the media is, knowing how since Nick Foles won that Super Bowl, it's always a boom, 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 boom thing. Doug knows this. All you got to do is nip it in the bud by simply saying, I respect Brett Favre's opinion, but Carson is our guy. That's it. It's simple. Listen, you don't got to be good with the media. There's people that prepped him and said, Doug, when you get up to this podium, Brett Favre was on First Take. They're going to ask you this question. They are going to ask you this question. Be aware. All right, cool. I respect Brett Favre's opinion, but Carson's our guy. That's it. Done. Simple and plain. But let's get to some of these comments because I'm slacking. Philly Mike for wide receivers coach. They're doing pretty good, actually. Yo, Philly Mike, what about Alshon moves to tight end, though? Nah, again, he lost weight. I think he's down to 190, somebody said in the chat, and can't do it. You just can't put anybody, blocking in the run game is something legit, and he's not going to be able to do that. TF 13, 75 yards and a touchdown. I'll take that. Foles is a good backup. Exactly, a great backup. I'll tell the truth. Foles is trash without us. Yeah. And at the end of the day, he hasn't succeeded anywhere he's went besides Philly. And it can't just be Doug Peterson because he was 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions with Chip the Dip Kelly. So, Mike, I've been alive for 20 years. Never in my life I've seen a player get this much hate like Carson gets. It's like everywhere and everyone's talking ish about him. I feel bad for Carson. Yeah, again, in 2019, our offensive line wasn't that good. Carson Wentz was sacked 37 times in 16 games. He's now sacked 32 times in 8 games. Think about that. If we repeat, he'll be sacked over 60 times. Think about that. And he's injury prone. That's Eagles for Andy. That's Eagles for Andy Reid. Y'all must be talking now. I'm kind of lost with that comment. Shout out to everybody in chat. Murph DeKenzo in the building. BLSG, Jim Schwartz, Ethan. What's going on? Nick Foles got traded because of Gardner Minshew was the GOAT that year, apparently. Yeah, right. Gardner Minshew and GOAT. That's funny. You know how physically demanding it is to play tight end. It's not as easy to move to wide receiver. I agree 100%. A tight end, especially if you're going to start running the ball, which we're asking Doug to do. That's not necessarily meaning Doug's going to do it, but we're going to ask him. And like I said, if Doug Peterson, the coaching staff, the players did a lot of self-scouting, Doug got to be better with sticking with the run game. Carson got to just not turn the ball over. Simple and plain. Again, Wednesday, they practice an extra day, but they let the young boys practice. They pretty much let the veterans, the older guys, just watch film and self-scout. And all week and all this extra time has been watching the mistakes that were made in the 8 weeks. And the glaring two mistakes for the coach and a quarterback is the coach abandons the run far too often. And Carson Wentz turns the ball over way too much. The fumbles have always been there. I would like him to correct it, but I don't think it's just going to happen. But for the interceptions, it could just happen like that because it came that way. So why not go away that way? Simple and plain. I believe when Carson Wentz said in this last press conference that he's going to take care of the ball more, I think he said it a little bit more truthfully. Like, listen, I'll take some shots, but yes, I repeat, must protect the ball. And that's something that has to get done. Or the Eagles we're going to go as far as Carson Wentz takes us. I do believe, honestly, maybe it's because I didn't see the Eagles play for 2 weeks, but I believe we're going to come out the bye hot and ready. Like Little Caesars. I'm just kidding. If Carson loses the next 4 games, I would like to see Jalen Hurts play. I'll give you that 100%. If Carson Wentz loses 4 straight, get him out of here. Dak gets more hate than Carson Wentz. I think he's loved over there, to be honest, though. I would think he's loved over there. Jalen Williams, channel member in the building. What's going on, my guy? We need a lot of pressure on Daniel Jones. Exactly. But you can send blitzes, which Jim Schwartz does. As we all know, for people who say Jim Schwartz don't blitz, he blitzes the young, inexperienced quarterbacks timely. But that front four has been vicious. I expect him to have a big day. Danny Triple-Lot. Win or lose, we need to start rebuilding this year. Our young guys are 4 and 9 years. Are 4 and 9 years in now. Hey, yeah, you can always start the fountain of youth throughout the roster. Foles is a system quarterback. Dud should have stuck up for Carson right away. He has no idea his own team sees it. Yeah, I agree 100% with you. We own the Giants, yeah. But listen, at the end of the day, eventually you can only beat a team for so long. I just needed to be a little bit longer. Can we all agree since Andy Reid was let go by the Eagles, he has been in his bag? Facts. It's just a top-notch play caller, always moving with the trends, never getting stuck. The West Coast offense, blah, 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 just this. No, West Coast offense is get the ball at your hands quick, get it to your playmakers, take some shots down the field. But he's always just getting new. He doesn't have that old style playbook. He's always with the trends. You got the Kyle Shanahan's and the Sean McVays, the young guys. Andy Reid is old as dirt, just still cooking it. Can you tell us the injury report? The last one I seen, I did one in my video this morning, but the last one I seen is Miles Sanders actually was a full participant. Fletcher Cox, who was just did not practice yesterday because he was resting. Alshon Jeffrey, 2 days in a row, full participant. Craig James is good. Crevion LeBlanc is good. Slay is good. Malik Jackson is still limited. Driscoll's limited. Isaac was practicing, but they really didn't say much. So I don't think we get Isaac back this week, but I believe Mills, Sanders, Jeffrey, Crevion LeBlanc, Slay, all them are going to be good to go. I'm just happy Mike McCarthy had my Cowboys ready to play the past 2 weeks. Hey, y'all play better than a lot of people expected with the way your team is hurt. We need to get younger. Sonic, I agree 100% with you. It's all about the youth, but you can as you get younger, you want your roster to get younger, but you still want to compete. So you have to have that nice sprinkle of veterans, but veterans don't got to be 32 years old. You can get a nice 26, 28, 27-year-old veteran in there to kind of, rally the troops. Jalen Hurts is my guy. Hey, we'll see. I don't think he's going to be the starting quarterback anytime soon. But again, if Carson Wentz comes out and stinks it up, I'm going to rock because at the end of the day, I support the Shield. But I honestly believe that Carson Wentz is a better quarterback than what he is showing us. Because if you pull the numbers, I can't sit here and tell you that he's a great quarterback. I can't sit here and tell you that he's having a good season. I'd be lying to you. But I do believe he's a good player. Just underneath all that. What up, BD Plays? What's going on? Just get the win. That's all that matters at the end of the day. These next few games after the Giants are going to be nail-biting. Actually, and like I said, listen, if you watch my last video, I dropped a video at 11 o'clock today. I said this Giants game is going to teach us a lot about our team. We're coming off a bye week. Healthier than we've been in a long time. If the bye week was a success, if we self-scouted the right way, if we corrected the mistakes that we've been making week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, blah, 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 blah. If we did that, we could blow the Giants out. Now, again, we beat the Giants by 15, 17 points. I'm not coming on here like we back. We're what we thought we were in the off season. I'm not gonna jump the gun like that, but it's a big stepping stone of let's go. A bad team versus a good team, and you take care of them handsomely. But I gotta see, because we're starting to get the personnel back. But the mistakes we've been making, the turnovers, the situational football, the abandonment of the run, you can't win football games like that. Thank you, Wesley Braden, for coming in here, wasting your good old time to let the Eagles know that we're trash, but we're better than whatever team you probably like. Dallas. I can just tell. I could smell it. Christian Sam said, what's going on? Alfredo Noodles. What's going on, Cowboy fan? I have a Jalen Hurts green if anyone is interested in football card, by the way. Shout out to you. What's going on, my guy, Jersey Boy in the building? What's up, bro? Just got in the chat. What I missed? Man. Now, we've been here for about 23 minutes, but we talked about a lot. Normally, I'm all about the chat, and I'm going to let the chat take it over soon. But I've been, talking about key situations, talked a little bit about Alshon earlier, a little bit about Doug Peterson's press conference. But again, you can always, if you want to check some of that stuff out, you can always, after this, check it out, the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of it, because we hit on some key stuff. Mike, since you've seen my rant video, who do you think would be smart and effective us to bring Stefan Wisniewski in? I mean, if the money was right, why not? But here's the thing. The offensive line is getting healthy. Isaac Samalu will be back, not this week most likely, but next week. We're getting healthy. But can we sustain that healthiness? It's okay to get Alshon Brack, to get Dallas, to get Reagor, to get Miles, to get Isaac, to get Lane, to get these guys back. Can they stay back? That's what I need to know. If you take out our first 4 games away, what should have been preseason, we look like a different team. Facts. Let's just talk about this for a second. The Eagles, after that Cincinnati Bengals game, have looked better. Here's the scary part. Everything was taken away in that Dallas game. Murph, San Fran looked pretty good. Steelers, Ravens, even though we took L's, we looked pretty good doing it. Giants, bad, great fourth quarter. Thought we were going to build off it, and then we just we looked bad against the Dallas Cowboys. We looked bad. But again, this is why the bye week was important. And I'm glad we didn't just go on a field. A lot of the bye week had to be look in the mirror. Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz, look in the mirror. These guys are either going to propel us into a great second half or sink the ship. And yes, Carson Wentz is to blame. And yes, so is Doug Peterson. These guys go hand in hand into problems that the Philadelphia Eagles have thus far in 2020. Yo, Philly Mike, is Doug getting that OC money instead of hiring a real OC? I mean, I don't know. Listen, Jeff Lurie, Howie Roseman, whoever's left to be in charge, because who knows what's going to happen with Howie. You need to get an OC in here. You need to get somebody. That is what Frank Wright provided. A stable mind, one guy that he could communicate with. Doug Peterson does the most talking to Press Taylor. Bro, if you were following me or Gate City Sports Channel or probably Philly Fresh, he talked about it too. We didn't like Press Taylor as a quarterback coach last year, but then he gets promoted to quarterback coach / passing game coordinator. Huh? Doug's situational football is where he lacks. He does put some stuff together throughout the quarters. He does. His play calling ain't just 100% atrocious. It's his abandonment of the run and his situational play calling. Putting Carson Wentz in bad situations. But there's been time where Carson Wentz were in good situation and just did a whoopsie. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. Let me get to some of these. Ain't making too much on that Jalen Hurts jersey. Peter Griffin, I thought about becoming an Eagle fan, but I don't know how. Huh? You got to be a cool person. That's all that matters. Shout out to my guy Murphy Kenzo said, don't forget to react to the video, folks. You already know. If you dig Philly Mike's videos, if you support the Eagles, support the channel, smash that like button. It's easy. It's free. And I mean, it takes 1 second. And if you know you don't like the Eagles, you don't like me, by all means, hit the dislike button. But then again, why are you in here? Who would be the best player in the team if this team, if healthy and at its prime? The best player, if everybody's at its prime, it's Carson Wentz. It's Carson Wentz because he was an MVP candidate in 2017. So if you're giving me prime Carson Wentz with everybody on his prime, it's Carson Wentz. But that's a big if, because right now, Carson Wentz is the furthest thing from the MVP. Hire an OC that will check Carson and that will take us over the top. True. But even if you just had a quarterback coach that would check Carson, when Carson goes to the sidelines, he sits with old Nate Sud Bubbles. He sits with Sud Bubbles. Like, what? Nah, man. Press Taylor got to be in his ear. Like, listen. I don't know. I got Derrick Henry on my fantasy team. Hey, shout out to you, my guy. He's been balling. Hashtag Fly Eagles Fly. Can never get old saying that. Really want to see how we do against Seattle Cardinals. Will be an exciting game. I agree. Got to get through this W first, though. You want to know how this heat blown out? You want to know how this heat blown out of proportion? Look at Cousins and Watson this season. Facts. Watson has been bad. Cousins has been bad. But I don't want to talk about Cousins because I've never thought Cousins was in Carson Wentz's category. Now, Deshaun Watson, on the other hand, he was right up there with these guys. You know, this is the group of young studs that are going to be the future of this league. And they're both playing bad. Deshaun Watson has an excuse with all his injuries and trades and losing all these people. We got that same excuse. But at the end of the day, you know, they're always going to tell you that if you're not one of the reasons you have haters is because you did something right to get them. You know what I mean? If you were always bad, nobody cares. If a quarterback comes in the league who's bad, never showed that they were good, their horrible play doesn't affect the media. But again, they love to hate us, and it's all good. Shout out to Jalen Williams, channel member in the building, said Jim Caldwell for OC. Man, if you go back like 8 months ago, 7 months ago, I got videos in my channel saying Jim Caldwell for OC 100%. I tried for a long time to nail that in there. You know, Doug was listening, though. It's all good, though. Let me get to some of these things, man. It's 86 people on this joint. Support Mike and hit that like button. It takes a second. Eagles for life. I respect that. I appreciate it 100%. It takes a second, man. It's free. It's not like I'm saying, hey, support the channel and give me $1. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Rich should be the quarterback coach. He checked Wentz like John DeFilippo did. Yeah, and here's the thing. During this whole pandemic offseason, the little bit of time that you could spend with your team, I heard Rich Scangranello, thanks for spelling it out for me, was with him a lot. So I agree. Here's another thing. If you watch Carson Wentz's last press conference, they asked him, all these voices, is that messing you up? Now, Carson did not just simply come out and say yes. What he said was, honestly, having too many voices could affect you and will affect anybody. However, we do it here a little bit better. But he kind of kept it a thin line of, I don't like it. The Giants were one drop from Ingram from losing. This will be a dogfight. Here's the thing, 2020 vision. If it's a dogfight, then the bye week was a failure. You know what I'm saying? If we lose this game or we win on some other ugly stuff, which at the end of the day, a win is a win is a win is a win. But the bye week was unsuccessful if we don't come out and beat this team. Legitly. Because the bye week was supposed to self-scout, like he said, and Doug needs to run the ball. And Carson needs to not turn over the ball. And it's easier said than done. Listen, if Carson throws a perfect pass and Bradbury makes a one-handed Odell Beckham catch on it, I'm not that mad. But if he throws in a double coverage, if he throws the ball ugly, if he fumbles the ball, these are different. Now, because Carson Wentz has so many turnovers, every turnover matters. It does. But you still got to grade each turnover differently. And I'm going to say, if Carson Wentz comes out and plays a clean game and we win handsomely, well, I'm not going to toot my own horn or say, let's go. The Eagles are back to what we thought. But I'm going to say the bye week was successful and let's keep grinding. Bruce Johnson said, run, Miles, run. That's the best way to just put it up there. You know what I'm saying? Simple and plain. I got 5 good plays in me and I'm done. Oh, yeah, let's get Jalen Williams. We can use you in the fourth quarter then at least, my guy. 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions is bad. You high. Who you talking about? Who you is talking about? I got the Eagles 34-21 Eagles. Shout out to Nicholas, who is a Cowboys fan, saying that. Or would it be Jason Peters is the best in his prime? You're right. It could be Jason Peters. His prime was really good when he was in it. No one ever thinks to take wide receivers into consideration. Deshaun Watson good with D-Hop now. He Kyler's Murray's toy. Watson 1-6 this year. Does that make Deshaun trash? People will be hypocrites or factual. That's true. He lost Hopkins. He lost offensive lineman. He lost defensive player. He lost his coach / GM. He lost a lot of stuff. But it doesn't matter. Carson Wentz has lost everything that Deshaun Watson lost except for the wide receiver because he never had one to lose. He gained one. And because he gained one, because his team is getting healthier, because I believe 100% that the bye week is going to help us, we're going to see how these next 8 games go. Here's the thing. The Philadelphia Eagles did not play for 2 weeks, so the momentum, the hype, the readiness, the excitement is back. It's back. You know what I mean? And again, I was able to talk myself into the self-scouting. The self-scouting was good. My man Doug Peterson said he's going to run the ball. I can't wait to see it. Not going to hold my breath. Carson Wentz finally got up on the podium and really just said, look, I'm going to take my shots, but I really, really need to get better at not turning the ball over. I mean, here's my biggest thing, and this is why I'm super excited. Call me stupid, call me whatever you want, but it's really now or never. Think about this. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all the way to week 8, we keep coming out of losses like, well, we lost, but this. Well, we lost, but we can get better here, or we could do this, or we could do that. Well, that's it. We keep saying it, but we don't do it. Now, this was the perfect time to get a bye week. to get healthy. So the health part is slowly going away, the injury part. And we had a bye week to really look at ourselves in the mirror. So if we don't come out looking sharp, is what I'm trying to say. If the Eagles come out looking like we did against Dallas, if we don't come out sharp with 2 weeks of preparation, probably the healthiest we've been in 2020, when are we going to be good? You know what I'm saying? If we don't come out looking sharp in this game, when are we going to? Next year? I don't know. Let's get to some of these comments. Mike Trout said, now we have Miles Sanders and Alshon Jeffrey. I hear you. Brandon said, completely agree. I'm not sure what you agree on, but shout out to you, my guy. If it's a dogfight, it's time to call quits. We officially stink. That's what I'm talking about. Listen to what I'm trying to say. If the Philadelphia Eagles do not look sharp against the New York Football Giants after 2 weeks, health, well, then I don't know when we will look good. Simple and plain. Let me filter down to the new comments. If I missed you, you know what to do. Hit that comment section again. Literally every team. What's his point? Huh? You got to explain to me. I agree, Mike. We can't win no more close games. I want to win 10 points or better. The second half is a fresh start. I'll take that. All right, Mike. I got to go get going, bro. Great stream. Stay safe. You already know. Appreciate you, my guy, 100%. Guy Brock Lesnar, WD. What? Oh, we should bring him as a starting linebacker because his WWE contract is done. I hear you, my guy. Kobe Bryant said, can I get a wrench? And honestly, I think we'll be fine with Alshon Jeffrey. Hey, listen, my phone died, but I promise after this stream, I will go to YouTube myself on the computer and get you a wrench, my guy. You've been around a lot. Appreciate you. You should have been had one, to be honest. Schwartz needs to do a better job. Oh, here we go. Mike is 3'7". Stop it. Stop. Right, my arm is almost 3 foot. What's up? I'm just kidding. I'm not that tall. I'm 5'10", 5'11", and 5'10" and a half. Carson Wentz didn't play good last week because he had 4 turnovers. It's really bad. That's the reason why. Yeah, you can't do that. It's going to be a dogfight, dude. It's a dogfight every year. We were healthy in 2017. You know, the Super Bowl year. Yeah, well, that year we won by a lucky 61-yard field goal by Jake Elliott. Listen, that is true too. NFC East battles are always snip and tuck. It is always nip and tuck. There's been time where the Eagles were good, the Giants were bad, because that's really all it's been along the last couple years. And it's still a fight. I agree. But what I'm trying to say is it better be nip and tuck against our defense. Like at the end of the day, the defense has came through this season at times. But if we win this game, I don't want to win a 19-20 game. If it's going to be close, it better be in the 30s. I want to see my offense do what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what the bye week for. That's what it was there for. You don't get the bye week just to take a break. It's to get better. It's to regroup. And thank God the NFL gods put it right where we needed it. So maybe I could be 6 foot tall, but I definitely run a 4.1. Oh, here we go. Watson 17 touchdowns and 5 picks aren't substance. He's putting up those numbers down 2 and 3 scores, and the other team isn't putting up 30. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, listen, look, Deshaun Watson is losing games. That's what matters. But here's the thing: when you put up Carson Wentz stats on the screen, it's like, ugh. But I know deep down he's a better quarterback than that, and he's not going to have good stats the rest of 2020. I mean, at the end of 2020, it's not going to be good because you're still going to see them 16 turnovers, that 58% completion rate. He probably get it up to like 62, but it's not going to be good. But what you will see is Carson Wentz start to ball out, will his team to the playoffs, and then we going to see what happens because I believe this team is going to turn it around. Shout out to Ethan, who's dipping out of here. Appreciate you for stopping by. We are missing Marquise Goodwin for our offense. Hey, yeah, another speed guy. Deshaun Jackson, Marquise Goodwin, two guys, veteran guys who were supposed to get down the field, weren't here. But I do like what I see from John Hightower and our guy, Jalen Reagor, who we didn't get to see much from, but we're going to start seeing. I'm trying to tell you guys that Jalen Reagor is going to have a nice 8 games. I'm 6 foot. My dad is, and my brother are 2. My brother is 6'4". My son is 6'2". Dang. Diehard Eagles fan here. I love our team. I know we have a team that can make a good playoff run, possibly the Super Bowl, but we need to come together like we did our Super Bowl run. Fly, Eagles, fly. Brandon, I wish I could say Super Bowl. I'll never not say Super Bowl, but I just need to see how we respond out of this bye week. Straight up, simple and plain. Mike, we had 10 days off before Dallas, and it was a dogfight. Dogfight. That's true. Why are you talking me back down to real? Nah, I'm just kidding. Look, I understand that, but a lot of things I believe had to come through, like come out. Like, I believe you're going to see a better football team. Again, Dallas Goedert was back for Dallas. Same with Jalen Reagor, but it was Jalen Reagor's first game legitly back. Dallas Goedert wasn't really even in the game plan. We still didn't have Miles Sanders. Lane Johnson was iffy. So I still believe we're at our tip-top shape of health. We still got more people we can get back, like a Zach Ertz. Isaac Samalu won't be back this week, but probably next week. We still got people we can get back. However, with the time off, with getting these people back, this got to be the week we click. We click, especially on offense. Asia Roberson in the building. What's going on? It's going to be a good match. Eagles, Giants. I can't wait to see the Philly 500 and Pizzle bet. Someone got to pay up. In all honesty, the Eagles can blow out the Giants or just get blown off the field in the first half due to slow starts or the whole game. Hey, got to play 4 quarters. Greg Zuerlein is 17-20 on kicks this year. Decent. Carson Wentz hasn't been blown out except the Rams game. Regardless of anything, Carson Wentz may be having a bad year, but he needs a smarter mind than him in the quarterback room. Doug was always a backup. Wham, wham, wham. Yeah, right. The Northeast sucks right now. Facts, I guess. Good bet would take the spread. Giants seem to cover. I know you meant quarterback room, my guy. Dang, everybody's talking about how tall they are. Man, Murphy Kenzo ain't 6 foot. Stop letting him lie to you. He ain't 6 foot. Check him out on his live streams. Murph Kenzo, subscribe to Murph Kenzo. He don't really talk about the Eagles, but when he does go live, I definitely go in this chat, so you can find me in this chat. Subscribe to Murph Kenzo. He pretty much comes on YouTube to chop it up and lie about his height. That's what he does. He gets on YouTube and says, "Hey guys, I'm 6'3", I'm 6'2". I'm just kidding. He just talks about, it's like a chill live stream. He just talks about what's going on in the world, all this good stuff. He keeps it, just smooth sailing, I guess I could say. But let's get back to the Eagles and off his height. The crazy thing is we have the talent to beat any team in the league. We just need discipline. That is true. And that is why, if you believe in this personnel, the bye week possibly could have did really good things. Or wait, Isaac Samalu, however you spell it, is not playing. I didn't get no word on that yet. He's been a little bit in practice, but he hasn't really been in practice. Eagles' biggest problem is that they need a proven OC. I agree 100% with you. Bricktop OG, I agree 100%. Carlos, fly, Eagles, fly. You already know. As a Giant fan, Cop Pizzle is weird to me. Hey, at the end of the day, at least he supports his team. He's a ride or die for his team. He's willing to let his channel be woohoo. And Philly 500 did hit me up and was like, yo, Mike, if you got any ideas, blah, 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 so we can see what goes on when it happens or if it happens. Why are people talking about their heights? I don't even know. Yeah, y'all crazy. You're crazy. Crazy. We talk real life stuff and have fun. Yeah, so shout out to Murph DeKenzo right there. It is on the screen. Type his name in the search bar when you get done here, or do it right now if you would like. But yeah, his live streams are just, chill back, lay back talk, and I do be stopping by there, so check it out, to say the least. But like I said, we got 89 people still in here, and like I said, I put this live stream up at 7:35 to go live at 7:45. Wasn't going to do it, spur of the moment thing. Luckily, today, YouTube didn't shut down like last time. But make sure you smash that like button. It's easy, it's free, it's simple. And if you are just getting in here, we're still going to talk about some stuff, but now it's just the chat just going off, and I'm going to go from the chat. But if you want to talk, again, we talked about the Doug Peterson press conference. We talked about Alshon Jeffrey. We talked about like key things coming out the bye week early in the stream. You can always go back and check it out. Shout out to my guy, Eagle has landed, back at it. New Eagles week. I'm ready for Sunday at 1 o'clock. Yes, sir. Time to take care of business. LB has me weak when he calls him RoboCop lookalike. Hey, listen. I don't know who subscribed to Desert Eagle, but I might have to ask Desert Eagle send me something, and I might have to send it to Philly 500 so he can use it. Listen, Pizzle came at me a while ago. I was on LB stream. He ain't like me. He came at me. It is what it is. I had a video kind of like, I didn't really diss him in the video. I just said, bro, blah, 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 blah. But it is what it is. So I got no love loss for Pizzle. I told him if you want to talk Eagles, Giants, we could do it. It is what it is. But yo, he has his face on Krillin, the Dragon Ball Z character, and I almost died. That junk is hilarious. I'm all for Wentz, but man, does he need to come out huge this week. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. At the crisp age of 39, I can only run my butt to the bathroom in a 4-4 flat. My goodness. Yo, I don't know who started it, but now the chat is going how fast they run, how tall they are. My goodness. Doug Peterson said it. So am I good again if we win by 10? Yeah, and that's a start. I don't even know what to say. Maybe I should pull a Doug Peterson, because when he's at the podium, all he says is, and all I think is, no, I don't know. One of the best podcasts I've seen in a bit. Shout out to you, Brandon. Appreciate you. Like I said, normally on the regular weeks when it's not a bye week that we're coming off feeling kind of a little bit moody, I pretty much do, at least a couple videos a week, regular videos where it's not a live stream, not a podcast. You just watch the video, comment, do your thing. And I do a couple live streams a week. I normally collab with other Eagles content creators, and we have a pregame show called the Battle Birds Podcast. Check us out an hour before every game we go in, and hopefully we get the collab that's supposed to happen tomorrow. There's supposed to be a collab tomorrow. I can't really tell you who's all involved, but it should be a good one. Our defense is really underrated. We're number 4 in pass defense, and we're top 5 best pass rush. And as a whole, we're ranked 8th in defense as a whole. Shout out to that. I like that. But again, we got to see this defense when we play better teams, or we're going to get tested very soon. How confident would you feel if the Cowboys win off a game-winning kick? Against who? Us? Oh wow, I'm a little bit behind. 86 people in here and only 44 likes. Hit that like button and subscribe, Bird Gang. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to the Philly Talk podcast, we on the road to forget 7K. Let's get up to 10K. Well, we at 6.6 something. So we on the road to 10K. Appreciate everybody. Like I said, I put this stream up 10 minutes before I went live. We've been on for 50 minutes. I'm going to rock out a little bit longer, but smash that like button. It's easy. It's free. And you know what I'm saying? If you like the Eagles, why not? Why not? Where's the swamp rat? Oh, yeah. Philly 500 kills me with that. Simone Stanley in the building. What's going on? How do you feel about this game? Carson and Doug's favorite saying after our loss is, and we got to get better. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. At least Carson Wentz and Doug Peterson at the press conferences, not talking about Brett Favre one. I'm talking about the ones prior, the first one coming back from this bye. I felt a little different. I was still puzzled. I still don't like when they talk because they do say things that I'm like, we all know this, just do it. But Carson Wentz did elaborate on look, I still will take shots. It's just who I am. But he didn't say it as cocky as he said it right after the Dallas game. He came back to life like, look, I threw some ugly picks in that game. I got to be better. So I didn't mean to say I got to be better, but he said he needs to protect the ball. So I feel like, look, if we're going to see Eagles team come out and play up to their standards, it's now or never. Again, the NFC East always has nip and tuck battles, regardless if they're good or bad. But I need to see the offense come out and have a 25-plus performance. I definitely will be joining that stream, bro. You already know. Shout out to you. And like I said, smash that like button. It's easy. It's free. It costs nothing to hit the like button. Just hit the X. Look, bang, hit that button. I got guys in here who just come in and hit it religiously, even if they haven't heard the podcast yet. I'll be like Nina Simone and defecting on the microphone. Not the Eagles. Oh man. Carson gonna have a breakout game sometime. Why not Sunday? This is my thing. I've been talking about this the whole time. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse because we've been on here for 53 minutes. But you got to look at it as if we believe the Eagles are going to get on the right path, if the Eagles are going to look sharp, why not now? You know what I mean? A bye week after you were able to self-scout yourself and realize everything that you did wrong. If you can't play your best football, some sharp football now, well, then you're not going to play it 2 weeks from now when you're playing the Saints, the Packers, the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? Doug is the problem. He didn't even defend Carson from what Favre said. Yeah, listen, if you go back and rewatch this, the first 20 minutes, we talked about the Alshon, the Doug, and I agree. Look, I understand when some people say all he did say is he respect his opinion. But how hard was it to say, I respect Brett Favre's opinion, but Carson Wentz is our guy? I respect Brett Favre's decision, but Carson Wentz is our guy. Simple and plain. Mike, I wish I could donate for real. It's all good, bro. Just you being here is good enough for me, my guy. Michael Lady in the building. What's going on, Mike? Shout out to my guy, Eagles fan from high school. Haven't talked to him in a long time. You still got people on your social medias and stuff like that, but you get older, you get jobs, you got kids, you move on. But shout out to my guy, Michael Lady. What's going on, my guy? I can't wait for Sunday. It's a must-win it's a must-win game. You're like, nah, really? It's the NFC least. We'll still be in first place. I don't care. We got 3 division games left. Giants, Cowboys, Washington. They're the easiest games we got. We need to win every single one of them. And again, if we lose coming off the bye, what makes you think we're going to just wake up and smell the coffee? You know what I'm saying? I hit that like button. I hit like right away because otherwise I forget. Who even thinking about Brett Favre? He's just trying to stay relevant. Bye, Felicia. You know what I'm saying? That's what my son will say. My 5-year-old, I gotta stop him because he says bye to his teachers like that because he's just going to kindergarten. Whew, what these kids learn today. Finally, I'm not the only Giants fan in here, but shout out to Age Roberson, one of the best Giants fans I know. 18 of y'all are slacking, and show Mike you're appreciating by hitting that like button. It's all good. I love every one of you, even the ones who are like, should I? Should I? G Unit, we can't lose to you guys forever. Hey, again, I'm gonna get, and I said that earlier. A team is going to eventually overcome, but not this week. 3 strikes, you're out. Why does the media focus on Carson Wentz when you have bums like Phillip Rivers out there playing straight basuda? I agree. Listen, they like to focus in on Carson Wentz because why? The so-called America's team is in our division. And the best way to build up the America's team is to try to, push us down. But we were the last ones in the division to win a championship. And when you look at this, when you look at this division as a whole, the Dallas Cowboys got the rings, the Giants got the rings, the Washington football team got the rings, and we got a ring. So we're one of the divisions that everybody has ate at least one time in their life. So shout out to the division for going from that to this. Giants fan talking sports with Landis said we're winning. I don't know. Again, when we played you guys last time, no Lane Johnson. We had Jamon Brown, I believe, in that game. Yikes. But let's just go. No Lane Johnson, no Miles Sanders, no Dallas Goedert, no Jalen Reagor, no Alshon Jeffrey. All them guys were missing. Now, again, Giant fans in here, y'all played a great game. Y'all played a great game. And if Evan Ingram catches that ball, you probably beat us. He didn't catch it, though. He's going to be on the field again, So that's one thing. And everybody I just named, all 6 or 5 of not just players, playmakers are back. So we definitely showing you guys something you didn't see. Philly Mike, Miles Sanders is going to run for at least 180 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 60 receiving yards with Dallas Goedert back. We have good blocking scheme and Mills will go off. Hey, I would love for that. Do you think the Eagles are going to use Jalen Hurts as a Taysom Hill? I mean, we continue to use him in packages. We finally started throwing out of it a little bit, but I think you're going to see him a little bit. And they're just putting this out there to make everybody see, hey, see, we're using our 2nd round pick. Come on now. We will beat the Giants. I'm not really a Carson Wentz guy, but he's the quarterback, so I have to deal with it. Shout out to you, Anton. I'm flabbergasted by his decline in decision making. Shout out to you for just saying, like, look, I support the Shield, and right now he's the guy at the helm, so I'm going to ride. And I agree. I will not sit here on this screen and tell you that Carson Wentz is having a good season. But what I will tell you is that the interceptions came out of nowhere. They haven't been here his career. The fumbles have. The decision making has been at an all-time bad this year, but I have to know why before I just get rid of Carson Wentz. Moving pieces on the offensive line, the wide receiver group, the coaches. You can't just give up 1 year. But yes, it is alarming. It is scary. It has some red flags, but that's why these last 8 games are important. Shout out to you, though. MG Naz, what's going on, my guy? Shout out to him. He has a YouTube channel. Check his channel out. I'm 5'11", 212, and I got drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. What position would I play? That's short. And eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger punter. It's all good, my guy. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, wow. I'm way far behind. Patriots should be America's team. Why not, right? As long as not the Cowboys. Yuck. Yuck. I'm so happy Phillip Rivers is playing bad. Maybe the Eagles and Colts do business in the offseason. Dun, dun, dun. Cop Pizzle just went live. Shout out to Cop Pizzle. But I like Brett Favre, but I did not like how he tried to put Wentz down like he wasn't a top tier quarterback. People need to realize that Carson Wentz has the skill and the potential to be a top 5 quarterback in the entire league. I agree. And this is exactly why a lot of fans are like, huh? Because we know Carson Wentz got the tools to be a competitor, but it hasn't shown thus far this season. 5'11", 4'5", 187. Oh man, we all trying. We all trying to, put out our stats, you know what I'm saying? So we can get picked up by the Philadelphia Eagles. I ain't mad at the game. I am not. Carson Wentz should sit. We already injured 2 NFC East quarterbacks. We got to complete the gauntlet. I did hear people talking about that. I did hear about that. You know how many times this year Ingram costed us a game? We got a good defense up front too. You're not running all over us. Listen, I said this in my video I dropped today that surprisingly, and I'm not trying to take a shot at you guys, but I did not know this. The New York Football Giants are second in the NFL in takeaways, which was surprising to me because we only turned the ball over one time to the first game. We're going to have a type repeat on that. And again, your defense is solid. Bradbury was a good pickup. Your front four is good. It gets pressure. I like Blake Martinez. You got some studs on your team. You got some good guys on your team, but you also allowed the Eagles to rally in the fourth quarter without the 6 playmakers I named. So you do have to be concerned about that, I got to say. 5'4", 117, 463. Oh, man. The Giant fans puzzle are only happy, but they're not playing a quarterback with one leg. We have way more weapons this time. TJ Edwards is back. I didn't say that too. Will Parks are going to cover Ingram. Our defense will harass. Hey, shout out to everybody. Hey, yeah. See, that's the thing. I got to start watching this on my phone too, because when I stream on StreamYard, it shows every comment. So if somebody blocks a comment, I can still see it, but the person's blocked or out. When I watch it on my phone, I can see what's going on. Listen, people who have wrenches only block or time out somebody who's coming directly at me or directly at you and saying something disrespectful. If they're saying the Eagles stink, well, listen, if we get NFC East people in here, let them talk, because at the end of the day, that's what football is about. It's about 2 teams that don't like each other, especially when it's a division opponent. We don't like each other. We're going to talk our talk, and only one person is going to come out being able to continue to talk. The other person's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? 81 people in here and only 68 likes. Hit that like button and subscribe. Don't make me walk you to the bottom. Hey, man, I do regular scheduled programs throughout the week. I do live streams. I collab with other great Eagle content creators. Hit that subscribe button. But more importantly, the people who are subscribed, it's free. Bang, bang, boom, boom. Simple. Why would we bench Johnston? He's Johnson is that dude. Johnson is that dude. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, correct. All right, it's cool. All I'm saying, at the end of the day, let's make sure the Eagle fans take care of the Eagle fans. And again, you only use the wrench for one, you have it so you can't get blocked, and 2, it's only to get people who are saying racist stuff, coming at your man Philly Mike, or individuals in the chat. So if someone's attacking you, Non-football related, you know what to do. Mike, I know how to control the wrenches. You keep hosting. We good. Asia removed it, not us. Facts. Got my veterans in here. Shout out to Murph DeKenzo and them guys who take care of business. Talk that, don't cry about it. You already know. You already knew. Take a shot. I wish. I'm looking for it now. I did not see it, so I'll try to catch it on the next one, I guess, if you put it up again. I can't see. I don't think Peterson is feeling Wentz, Mike. Is saying he's your guy, even if you don't feel it the way the head coach thinks. Is that wait, what? I don't think Peterson is feeling Wentz, Mike. Is saying he's your guy, even if he don't feel that way, the head coach thing to say. Depends. Yeah, look, if you feel that you are the head coach of this team, that you are the reason the team's winning, then yes, you say what you got to do to get your guys to play. I think Brandon Marshall said, or somebody said it on TV earlier today, but look, or Shannon Sharp maybe. Even if you're not good, a coach should tell you you're good to get the best out of you, and then eventually, move on if they need to. And that's what has to be done. It's hard. If you look at everything that occurred, drafting Jalen Hurts, talking about him in the early, saying that mix up at the podium earlier in the season, now this, I'm baffled. Does Doug Peterson not really like Carson, or is he just that dumb? Because he does say some stuff that I'm like, anybody who's any type of common sense or has educated himself at all, wow, what? He does be talking crazy. So I really don't know where it comes from in the sense of one of the worst podium people I've met. Yeah, I saw that she erased her own comment. I didn't even know I was already subscribed. You good, my guy. You good. Eagles defense is a beast. We gonna need it on Sunday. Peterson is not the coach. Who is it, Howie? You already know. Shout out to Murph Kenzo. Mike, you right. This is like a playoff game for both sides. Both remaining schedules are tough after this game. I agree 100%. And again, division rivals. We just played each other twice. We just played each other 2 weeks ago. Important. Every single game is important for anybody in the NFC East, especially the division games, because the Eagles got 3 left. The Giants played what? The Eagles won, so they got the Eagles one more time. They beat Washington twice, but so you guys got 2 more division games. We got 3 more division games. It's definitely tough. So can I wild out about you Philly fans that can't make up, or should I just play it head coach like? Yo, what's all the hostility about? Oh, no. I don't know. Bruce said, any given Sunday, you already know. I think we finish 4-4 and make the playoffs. Listen, when I was doing my realistic things, and I've been saying this, I think 7, 8, and 1 will get us into the playoffs. And it also will get us in the playoffs as not the worst team to ever make the playoffs. Because a couple years ago, I should say, the Seattle Seahawks got into the playoffs as a division leader at 7-9. So if the Eagles sneak in at 7, 8, and 1, we will be a half game better than that Seattle Seahawks team, who then went ahead and beat the Saints. I wrote it again. Did you see it? Actually, I don't see it. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Philly Mike, I said if we win on Sunday, I will come on here and roast you. And then I said I was just kidding. Hey, you got to. Because that it is what it is at the end of the day. You got to be able to talk your talk and take it at the same time. Same time. Definitely a playoff game. I lost all faith in Carson until he proves otherwise. Hey, at this point, I can't look you in the eye and blame you. He's not playing good, but it is what it is. My guy said 7-1 or 6-2 at worst. Here's the thing. I do see a way we can go 5-3. But 4-4 means we beat the Giants, Cowboys, Washington football team, probably the Browns, and then we end up losing the Packers, Cardinals, Saints, Seahawks. Again, out of them tough ones, Packers, Cardinals, Saints, Seahawks, I think we could win 2 of them. If we play like we played the first 8 weeks of the NFL, we could lose all of them. Don't get me wrong. But if we play Eagles football, we could sneak a couple of them out. Don't get me wrong either. Seattle went to the Super Bowl that year. No. The year that they went 7-9 in the playoffs is the year that Marshawn Lynch had that big run against the Saints where he said, "Hold my," and he jumped in on Darren Sharper. They lost the very next game. They had Matt Hasselbeck at quarterback at that time. So, and the only time Matt Hasselbeck was, no, it wasn't though. I'm saying that it was. Seattle went to the Super Bowl like in 2000 with Sean Alexander and them at the running back position. And then they didn't go back to the Super Bowl until it was Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Finally, Seahawks are overrated. They got no defense. Brett Favre threw 77 interceptions in his first 5 years. Carson has 47. Is Brett Favre really authority? Is the authority on consistency? Exactly. You know what I mean? That's like a fat person telling you, you should lose some weight, or a person who's straight stealing something from a store is like, you should not steal. Like, don't listen to the person who does exactly what he's criticizing you about. You know what I'm saying? I got to see a game with Alshon before I predict the second half record. I agree. I'll give you that. The Eagles went through heck the first 8 weeks, and now we're healthy. I feel like they've learned from their early mistakes and will come out to punch teams in the mouth. Bang. Hey, that's exactly why I'm type excited for these next 8 games. 100%. I agree with you there. I 100% agree with you. I'm going to take a couple more of these, and I'm going to head on out. We are at 1 hour and 12. Like I said, make sure you smash that like button if you're just getting in here. It's simple. It's free. It's easy. Just hit that button for me. We will beat the Browns. I made predictions 11-5 in September. Look what happened. No more predictions. We're stealing 2 of those 4 tough games. I'll take that. You know what's crazy? How close Wentz and Jones numbers are this year. Jones ain't this bad either. Exactly. Again, I don't know about Jones' interceptions, but both Jones and Wentz are fumble machines, and that's something that's been there for a while for Carson. I don't know about that. Oh, my goodness. We have a tough schedule ahead of us for sure, but realistically, I think we can go 6-2. I like it. Seattle should have ran in the Super Bowl. Facts. Seahawks defense stink. Facts. We got a shot against the Seahawks only because their secondary is terrible. But Wentz got to show up and limit the turnovers. I need Carson Wentz to have in these next games fewer than 4 interceptions. 4 or fewer in the next 8. That's what I need from Carson Wentz. Yeah, Browns will beat pressure on Baker and Crumble. Is your coach really going to bench Fulgham, whatever his name is, for Alshon? No way, no how. Not happening. Seattle should have ran, of course. Howie's not going to sit Wentz. If Hurts comes in, this offense balls out, he's out of a job. That's why they won't let Hurts throw the ball. That is true. I'll give you that. It's going to limit some of their snaps for Alshon, but I think Alshon will be on a pitch count. Favre is nothing but a hater. I agree. I think we go on a run from the last 3 games of the season going into the playoffs. That would give us a lot of momentum. And hey, let me be honest. We get into the playoffs at 7-8-1 or 8-7-1 or 9-6-1. We have a home game against the Cardinals. We have a home game. against the Rams. We have a home game against the Bucks or Saints. We have a home game against one of them couple teams, and we're on the right track on a 4-game, 3-game winning streak. Who knows? Danny Lones is horrible. Am I the only Eagle fan in here still mad about the hit from Clowney that took Wentz out the game last year? Nah, we all mad at that because that was important. That could have propelled Carson Wentz's career. He would have had experience. Even if Carson Wentz in that game stunk it up, he would have had a playoff game under his belt, and that was disgusting. Hope Wentz comes out and lights it up after hearing that from his childhood hero. 100% facts. We broke down a bunch of that stuff early in this podcast show. So if you want to check it out, go feel free to do that. Make sure if you just jump in here, smash that like button. But look, Carson Wentz is going to play inspired football the remainder 8 games. I really believe. Now, again, Sunday at 1 o'clock, everything I could believe could go out the window. But at this point, the way they self-reflected, the way they came to the podium, besides the Brett Favre comments and Doug Peterson not sticking up for Carson Wentz right away, besides all that, Doug really made an effort of admitting that he wants to get back to running the ball. And Carson Wentz kind of said that his number one priority is protecting the ball. Now, he said he has to be better every single week. But this bye week, I think the health, the bye week, the fact that we are still in first place is going to get these guys to play inspired football, and I'm ready. Wentz is a baby Favre, and I think he fears he may outshine him and really define the meaning of a gunslinger. Without the turnovers, Wentz will not throw as many picks, but may end up with more fumbles. That's true. The fumblings has always been a part of his problem. I want it fixed, but at the end of the day, I'm not sure it's going to get fixed. But the interceptions will go away, I believe, 100%. 100. Vinny G-Man said, thanks for the stream, bro. I'll subscribe. Love the rivalry. Good luck. Shout out to you. At the end of the day, I do not like any team in the East besides the Eagles. But what I do love about the East is I love the love-hate relationship we got with each other. You know what I mean? I'm not a Patriots fan, so I don't know how they feel about the Bills, the Jets, the Dolphins. I'm not a Chargers fan, so I don't know how they feel about the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Broncos. But I know the love-hate relationship in the NFC East, and I love it. Go Eagles. You already know. That's a great way to kind of end this up because we are getting off here. We've been on now for an hour and 18 minutes and 27 seconds. 59 people left in here. Like I said, smash that like button. I put an hour and 18 on here for you guys. Do me a favor and hit that button. Who do you think is going to win this Sunday, Eagles or Giants? Let's see. 1 sign, 2 sign, 3 signs. Eagles. I love how this division is so dysfunctional. Hey, I hear you. I was more upset that Greg Ward Jr. didn't play quarterback against the Seahawks in the wild card game. I honestly think we win the game with him. He was mobile quarterback in college, similar to Kyle Murray. At least I would have did something along the lines of use him in a cuttable quarterback situations to help the Josh McCown thing. My guy KO Reacts came in and said, what did I miss? Quick recap. We've been on here for an hour, but here it goes. The first 20 minutes, I normally talk about what I came on the stream for the first 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, it's whatever the chat does. I go as far as the chat takes me. I was just about to say my goodbyes. We dropped down from that 80 piece to 50 piece, but real quick, let me run it down for you. Alshon Jeffrey, does he get the number 1 cornerback, or does Fulgham still get that, especially in the red zone? That's where I think they're going to use him in a small packages. You will still see Ward and Hightower on the field. They're going to mix him in. I believe either, again, Alshon's finally going to get a second cornerback in his career, or Fulgham's going to get an easier target. I also talked about Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz, that whole Brett Favre fiasco. Simply put, Doug Peterson should have said, I mean, I understand where some people are like, it's not that big of a deal because he said, I respect his opinion and that's it. But all he had to do was say, I respect his opinion, but Carson's our guy. Simple and plain. There was no reason for you to mess that up and just make this more animosity. The Jalen Hurts draft, him messing something up earlier in the season, and now this is putting so much more pressure on a guy who is having a bad season, but is not a bad player. And last but not least, here is what you have to feel as an Eagle fan. We have to look at ourselves in the mirror and say one thing. We've said week 1 to week 8 that if the Eagles do this or do this or do this or do this or do this, we'll be better. We keep saying it. We're not doing it. This bye week, we looked at ourselves in the mirror as fans, as coaches, as players. If we don't correct the biggest flaws that we were doing thus far in the 2020 season after this bye week, while we're getting healthy, we're never going to correct them the rest of 2020. And the two big things, the two big guys, is Doug Peterson's situational football. Hopefully he watched tape on it and saw his mistakes. And the fact that he abandons the run too early. Doug needs to look at himself and correct that. And Carson Wentz only got to correct his decision-making after the pocket or in the pocket. Protect the ball. We're either going to come out this bye week fixing mistakes and play good football, or we're going to come out this bye week this same type of team that shows potential but continues to lose. Simple as that. Now you can say, well, it's a division of rivals. It should be a nip and tuck game. I understand all that. Someone said in here before that 2017, we were a Super Bowl bound team and we still only beat the Giants by a 61-yard field goal. I understand that. But the offense has been lacking. And we've been lacking because of two glaring things. Doug Peterson abandoning the run and playing bad situational coaching, and Carson Wentz's turnovers. That's the couple things we need to clean up to become a legit team. The personnel's there. We're finally getting healthy. The O-line still got a couple more people that got to come back, but I'm telling you, if the Eagles don't come out this bye week looking sharp, when are we going to look sharp? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're not going to look sharp in a must-win game against the Giants after a bye, getting healthy, how can we feel confident saying, well, 2 weeks later against the Saints, or 2 weeks later, or 3 weeks later against the Seahawks or the Packers, we're going to just magically change it? So that's my whole thing. To me, I'm going to learn. And listen, if we beat the Giants by 3, but the offense put up 31 points, well, then the offense was corrected. Maybe the defense had a bad outing. It is what it is. But I need to see movement on this offense. I need to see the glaring mistakes corrected. Shout out to Bada Bing, said Ruggy P really Wentz under the bus. I agree 100%. All he had to do was say, I respect the comments, but Carson's our guy. Really, bro? That's all you had to say. When Wentz and Alshon wasn't their best, their chemistry never really developed. That's true. I can't wait till the Eagles beat the Giants, but you already know. Mike, I completely agree with the entire recap of your ideas. Going forward, fly, Eagles, fly. You already know. KO Reacts said, thanks for the recap, homie. Eagles own the Giants. Alshon will have a few reps, but a good game. Fulgham and Reagor will ball. The big question is how Carson responds after the bye. Correct. And again, like I said, to just do one more recap, if he don't respond after this bye, how can we expect him to respond any other week? You know what I'm saying? So I just think it has to be a good game from these guys. I think we're going to go out here and show what we got to do. I agree 100%, Bada Bing. He could have even said that, but he still had to say, I respect his opinion. Listen, because you could listen. If somebody says, I like Pepsi. No, I like Coke. Look, if I love Coca-Cola, you know what I'm saying? I love Coca-Cola, and somebody tells me they love Pepsi, I'm going to say, I respect your pins. I respect your Now I'm all messed up. See, we had an hour and 25 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm out of water. But anyways, I respect your opinion that you like Pepsi, but I like Coca-Cola. That's it. I respect your opinion on Foles and Wentz, but Carson's our guy. Huh? It took 3 different beat reporters pretty much saying, Doug, I'm trying to help you. Just say you want Carson. And he's like, fine, I want Carson. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. On that note, if you're just jumping in here, smash that like button. We've been rocking for an hour and 26 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming in. I will be dropping a Eagles and Giants preview video where I break down every single thing I want to talk about. I also will be having a competition. So when I drop that video, either tomorrow or Saturday, all you need to do is go in the comment section and predict the score. The person who gets closest to the score prediction will win $25 gift card and or Cash App. With that being said, tomorrow, hopefully, we have a collab with a couple or at least one Eagle content creator. It should be a good one. Until next time, everybody. Actually, you know what? Yeah. I'll reveal some other stuff another day. But I shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys 100%. Until next time, smash that like button. You know what time it is. We out.